Well, hello on this Thursday, the 1st of October. Can you believe that it's October already, that we are already 3/4 of the way through the year? Well, I wanted to talk to you today, not so much what I've been thinking about this week, but what I've been wrestling with this week, what I've really been struggling with this week. And that is how hard everything is at the moment. It's hard to go to the shops. For those who are running businesses, I'm sure it is hard for you to run your business. For those who are going to school or teaching in school, it is really hard to be doing the things that were once seemed so simple for us to do. I think of a few weeks ago in our church, we had a communion service. And when it came to the time of distributing the bread and the wine, what we suddenly realized was that we were 4 cups short in the wine. How difficult it was just to fill up those 4 cups in a safe way. It wasn't as simple as opening the bottle and pouring the wine into them. Gloves were involved, sanitizer was involved, different people were involved. It was a mission just to fill up 4 cups. Things are not easy at the moment. It is complicated and it is hard. In the church as well, to do the things that we would normally do in the church. Services, prayer meetings, Bible studies, pastoral care, it all looks different, and it's all a struggle to try and figure out what is the best way and the most effective way to do this, while at the same time becoming tired and weary of everything that is happening. And I think that's part of the struggle as well, is that we are trying to live in a post-COVID way, in the middle of this COVID pandemic, and we're wanting to do the things that we could do before the pandemic arrived. It takes me back to my 30th birthday too many years ago, and we had, back in South Africa, we were still living there, we had a party, a Survivor themed party. Survivor is an American TV program that Joanne and I used to watch, and we really enjoyed it. And what we did was we invited friends and family, we divided them up into groups, and in order to eat something on that evening, they had to complete challenges to win food that would then be cooked on what we call a skottel, which is really a gas-fired wok. And there were challenges that they had to complete. And one of the challenges we gave them was we gave them a bag of puzzle pieces of a children's puzzle, and they had to, as a team without speaking, they had to build the puzzle. And so the challenge was that there was no picture for them to build from. They had to figure out what that puzzle looked like. But what we also did was we put in some extra pieces that didn't belong to the puzzle. And so they also had to figure out which pieces didn't fit. And that's really where we are, isn't it, at the moment? We're trying to work out what this new picture of life looks like, with nothing to look at to guide us. And at the same time, we're sitting with all these pieces that were part of the puzzle of what life looked like before the pandemic. And we're trying to fit them into this puzzle where they just don't fit. And so we're trying to figure out which of the pieces are part of this puzzle and which are not. And that's really hard. And I'm finding it hard. And maybe you are too. You see, God is doing a new thing. He tells us that in the Bible, that he's doing a new thing. And why wouldn't he? I mean, our God is a God who is a creator. He creates new things. He does new things. The same gospel message, but bringing it into the world in new ways. I think about those first century Jews when God sent Jesus, and they couldn't recognize him as the Messiah, because they had their own little puzzle pieces of what the Messiah should look like. And some of those pieces just didn't fit the picture of the Messiah that God had sent. And so they couldn't recognize Jesus for who he is. If God is doing a new thing, then the challenge that we're facing at the moment is try to work out what that looks like. And what we're going to need to do, and this is the struggle, is we're going to need to let go of some of those pieces from the picture of life before that just don't fit this new picture. I don't know what that picture looks like. I don't know what the finished picture is going to be like. And I'll sit with puzzle pieces in my hand trying to fit them. And I know that some are part of the summer pieces I've never seen before, but God is wanting me to put them and wanting us to put them in this new picture. And some of the pictures that some are pieces that I desperately want to fit in, but they just don't. And the struggle is to let them go. I don't know what the picture looks like, but what I do know is who is painting that picture. Who is the creator of this new world that we are moving into. And I put my faith in him. There's a proverb that says, man makes his plans, or people make their plans, but God guides their footsteps. We need to allow God to guide our footsteps in these coming weeks and these coming months. And when eventually this pandemic goes and things look different and we can do things without all these restrictions and guidelines limiting us. But there might be new things. Put your trust in God. He knows what he's doing. You can put your trust in God. Take care of yourselves. God bless. And we'll speak soon. Bye-bye.